Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. This is a topic that I've wanted to talk about for quite some time, but I feel like today now I'm ready to talk about it because I have a lot of things to say. It's pretty obvious I'm here talking about the whole G4TV situation and how they're in a lot of controversy because of Frost, Adam Sessler, and even Kevin Pereira as well. There's a lot of things to talk about with this. If you've been following this story for any amount of time, you know that Frost is the reason why the controversy started because she went on a live stream and went on a rant talking about treatment of women in gaming. I'm not going to sit here and say that she's wrong because there is that issue there. And I understand why she wanted to do the rant, but then it dives into a lot of more things that people had a lot of issues with. I'm pulling this one particular part out that I want to play because I feel like at this point, the conversation shifted in terms of talking about the generalization of the topic, which I think needs to be addressed in my personal opinion, but that's just me. But then she talks about herself individually, and I feel like, where is this exactly coming from? Like, I get it. There's a minority of people that may have been bringing this up in the chat, but she had to point this out early on in her discussion.
But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts.
And then it goes on from there, talking about Olivia Munn, Morgan Webb. Here's my thing. There may be people in the chat, in the live chat, talking about that particularly, but how much of it is actually there versus the amount of support? Because during this whole controversy, she's continuing to tweet as it is, which we'll get to her Twitter in a second. But there was a lot of people supporting her in her in her tweets or whatever, like responding to her. There was a lot of support and people there, like, you know, being positive towards her. I didn't see a huge amount of negativity in terms of people like directly going after her. And you would think, especially with this rant that started the whole controversy of G4TV and then people looking into more stuff about other hosts a part of G4TV, you would think there'd be more negativity in terms of, you know, the backlash and attacking her. I wasn't really seeing a lot of it. Now, I mentioned her Twitter earlier. Frost went in, I believe, yesterday and deleted all of her tweets after all this controversy, and she's playing it off like she just had to clean house. I'll actually pull up the tweet here. Here's her tweet. Cleaned out socials and got several messages asking if I was hacked. All is well. Just had it for close to forever and decided on a spring cleaning. Poop jokes returning. Okay, no one that I know of does spring cleaning on their Twitter accounts. Like, they literally just keep their Twitters going and they don't really go back and delete everything unless there's a reason. A lot of people are speculating that Frost deleted her Twitter because she was asked to, because of the things that she was saying in the controversy. Don't know for sure. So as of right now, she's still employed by G4TV, but this controversy just started with her, though. Okay, Adam Sessler. This was one of the tweets that I found right away when I typed in Adam Sessler Republican tweets, because he believes that Republicans drinking piss, because he was responding to, this is the second tweet in a row about Republicans drinking piss, what I miss. And he said, Republicans drinking piss. And he's doubling down, I guess, on his opinions on Republicans. Look, I'm not going to sit here and talk about people's political ideas or the political party they want to be in. If you're a Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. But when you are on a platform like G4TV and the revival of the damn thing that's been gone for so long, people are really excited. And you literally are basically just splitting down the middle in terms of the fan base where they may, you know, land politically, and saying, if you're a Republican, that you believe they should be drinking piss. Oh, okay. Another one. Just so I can get it out of my system once for the day, Republicans are stupid, racist, and drink piss. I looked for a little bit, but I couldn't find this tweet, so you might have deleted this one, but this was in a response saying, not for me. As I said yesterday, all the Republicans in my family can eat shit and die while I sip something bubbly. Well, that's pretty crazy. There are these allegations that Kevin Pereira, of course, who's running G4TV for the most part, he's kind of like the main person you see on a lot of G4TV content. Apparently, there is alleged rumors that he has been viewbotting Twitch in terms of their live viewers when they're live on Twitch. I don't know to what extent that is true, but like this whole situation is just, it's a lot to process. G4TV was supposed to be this triumphant return, because when G4TV went off the air and like it just kind of went away in terms of what we were kind of used to in terms of X Play, Attack of the Show, all that kind of stuff. When that went away, there was like this void. And then YouTube has pretty much become what G4TV was. So G4TV coming back and becoming this new thing in terms of being on YouTube and Twitch and all that kind of stuff, it's really cool. At least it was. But now it's like they're causing all these problems, and there's a lot of people that are mad and upset, and they're like, why are they attacking us? Well, look, there are some certainly bad people online, of course, but to sit there in terms of Adam Sessler, splitting down the middle and saying if you're a Republican, like he doesn't want you to watch G4TV. He doesn't want you to enjoy their content or potentially to enjoy what they're putting out. He doesn't want you around, basically is what he's saying. And for Frost to go in after all this stuff, which she was the start of it, because until that rant, G4TV was just putting out content and everything, and all of a sudden this came out of nowhere. Look, did the discussion need to be had in terms of her, like the whole point of the rant? Should it be discussed? Sure. But for her to specifically point out people in the chat, like I don't think there was hundreds upon hundreds of people in that chat talking about her in the way that she was saying. There may have been a couple, sure, because there's assholes everywhere. But at the same time, to point that out as a part of the argument in terms of like, well, people are talking about me as not being as bangable. Okay, like if they don't find you as attractive, like that's because of their personal preference. Look, I don't know. It's a messy situation, and I feel like she just really started this whole entire controversy when the conversation that I think she wanted to have should have been planned out better. Because what she did is basically saying, if you don't find me as attractive as the previous female host, like Olivia Munn or Morgan Webb, then she feels that you're a certain way and that you're a certain type of person. And I feel like that's not the right approach to this whole conversation. So I don't know what's going to happen from here. There are people still continuing to talk about this whole situation because it keeps developing and unfolding. So I feel like there's still going to be more stuff that comes out in terms of certain people that are hosting on those shows or certain things they may be saying. I mean, literally, it's ever expanding in terms of what's happening over there. And I feel like this could have been avoided. But unfortunately, in this case, it happened, and now they have to live with the consequences. G4TV is now seen a certain way, and it's going to be a while for them to potentially bounce back from it. What do you guys think of all this? I know this is a very different type of video, but I wanted to talk about it because the G4TV situation has just been very interesting, to say the least. It's been very interesting. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.